So these are the things that we would want as women to understand. So calling out for help, hiring help in the home is not a sign of failure as a wife. It is actually a strategic decision that you need to be able to do so that you free yourself to operate at those important strategic places that you are really needed as a person. There are things that I will never delegate.
And of course, where you're most productive.
Where I'm most productive, I have to be there. I will not delegate. But the other things, if someone washes my clothes and irons them out and the children's clothes and even cook a meal for us because I'm coming home late, I've released myself from such a guilt talent. The first thing that I want to talk about is understand the root of the lack of support. You're a woman sitting there.
Yes.
What is the root of the lack of support? Not all resistance is meant to be malicious.
Okay.
When that husband is doing what he's doing. And you need to sit down with your husband and have honest conversations. You know, we are coming, like I said, from different backgrounds.
Yes.
Is he afraid that the business will take away you as a woman from his family? And he doesn't want that. Hands varume gutu.
Brought to you by the Spartans of Microfinance in Zimbabwe. This is the Entrepreneur's Corner. And welcome to yet another episode. It's another Wednesday. And as always, we get to interact and speak to the founder and group CEO of the Money Mart Finance Group, Dr. Ethel Mupambwa, who shares her life's journey and, of course, the valuable lessons that she would have learned along the way. Lessons that we believe would be beneficial to that entrepreneur that is getting started or that is on the same trajectory. And welcome once again. Thank you for joining us. We value your support always. My name is Talent Kasu. It is your program. Now, today we need to speak about marriage, family, and the business. I need to welcome once again Dr. Ethel Mupambwa. Welcome once again, Doc.
Thank you so much, Talent. It's a pleasure to be on this set, especially with the topic that you have brought today. It's a difficult one.
Quite a sensitive one. Marriage, family, and the business. How do we strike the balance? How do we manage to bring all these into unison and to get them to coexist on an entrepreneur? Now, Dr. E, let's break it down. You're a mother, you're a wife, and you're also the group CEO of the Money Mart Finance Group. How have you managed to personally bring about this balance, taking care of these responsibilities at home, the responsibilities at work, specifically in a culture as ours, where a lot is expected of a woman? The kids are expecting their mother, the husband is expecting a lot from the wife. And we need to know what practical steps you've taken to make sure that neither the family nor the business suffers in this process.
This is a very big topic. And I always say, Talent, the roles don't just end by being a wife. You started with a mother. I'm a wife first.
Wife before mother.
Yeah. I became a wife before I became a mother. So I'm a wife, yes. I'm a mother, I'm a businesswoman. I'm an aunt. I come from a big family.
Indeed. Brothers
with kids. I'm a gogo. Kenny's sisters have got kids, so they call me gogo. I'm a grandmother. I'm a marriage counselor at church.
You're a big sister.
I'm a big sister. I'm a young sister, I guess. So it all comes with womanhood. You know, you'd wear a hat anyway. I'm an Ambuya.
And Murora.
Makoti. Everything, you name it. So what I want to say, it's a very big topic that we need to really unfold. And also telling you my personal experiences, like how you have asked truly to say in our Zimbabwean context. You know, every Zimbabwean woman, but let me take it to the continental level, every African woman. You know, our problems are cousins in Africa.
Yes.
You find that even culture interlocks because we are Africans. We all have Buntu, one way or the other, Buntu language, and somehow we get to interlock and understand. So it's an African woman.
Yes.
And the responsibilities that we carry, and the tension that is there, which we carry, especially when it comes to business, quietly. You know, we live in a culture that has very clear expectations. You know, our culture has got clear expectations for a girl child, for a woman from a tender age. You find that for me, the way that I was raised as a girl child, I was raised to be a wife. I was not raised to be a businesswoman. I was not raised to be a scholar. I was not raised to be a medical doctor. I was not raised to be any of the professions. An African girl child is raised to be a wife. Is raised to be a wife. So you can imagine such an expectation in our African context. You are expected to cook. You are expected to be present for the children. You are expected to be at that funeral. You are expected to be the one taking care of the sick in the home. You are expected to organize family functions. You are expected everywhere, anytime. And you have to be there. And then on top of all that, you are then running a business, like what you said, or leading an organization. Now, because of these gender issues, women are being encouraged to dream, to be around those tables, to what do they say, to break those glass ceilings.
Yes.
So we've become so ambitious, you know, at a table where only men would gather.
Yes.
Now it's so being done deliberately that there need to be a woman representation, meaning one way or the other, that wife, that mother, has to be amongst those men around that table. And being an African woman, you see. And then the pressure is immense. It is immense. Believe me, when I talk about it. And many women, they break under it silently. Because at the end of the day, I need to pretend that I'm holding up everything. And I should be everywhere where I'm needed and expected as a woman. So I want to be honest with you today. I've never achieved a perfect balance. Truly speaking.
Is that so?
I've never achieved a perfect balance. And one thing about me, I've also stopped to pretend that I'm balancing out.
Okay.
No. I told myself I'm going to be an open book. What I can't do, I can't do. I give a shout. Guys, I can't do this, you know, but this I can do. This I cannot. This. So in doing so, by being an open book as I am, I've built in the process a system of support and intentionality around my life. So I want to share practical things that I've done as Ethel, being a wife first, a mother, and a businesswoman, an entrepreneur, a group CEO, having to lead a team of over 260 employees currently.
Yes.
And it's growing.
Yes.
I'm seeing one day I'm leading a team of over 5,000 people. And the duties of being a wife and a mother
will not go away.
They will continue to be there.
Yes.
So the first thing that I want to talk about is that I made peace that I cannot myself do everything. You know, so often as women, because we run the home, we want to be everywhere and to make sure everything is being done according to Ethel as a mom in the home. So there's that temptation also to carry the same attitude at work. Even at work, I would want to carry everything with me and make sure everyone is doing everything according to what I believe or to how I would handle things because I'm a woman. So that's the first thing. So I made peace with the fact that I cannot do that.
Okay.
Truly speaking, this world thrives in an ecosystem. When we talk about ecosystem, if you remember our basic science, even in primary, there's an ant that needs to be in the soil. It really has to be in that,
to be there.
Right to be there. There's that giraffe that needs to be taking care of the leaves of that tree. Rightfully, a giraffe is okay taking care of those leaves
Right at the top.
Right at the top. There's that lion that is, chasing after that meat. It's proper. What the lion is doing in the whole ecosystem is proper.
Yes.
So one person can never balance everything and be everything that she might imagine and then understood at the end of the day. So this was my biggest breakthrough, if I would tell you, to realize, oh my goodness, I can't be everywhere. I can't be everything. I've an opportunity, especially being a woman, to delegate. So in our culture, there's that guilty that comes, especially with women, that if you do not do certain things personally, you're failing. If you're not the one cooking for your husband, personally, you're failing.
You're failing.
If you're not the one washing with your own hands the clothes of your husband, maybe even for your kids, you are failing. If you are not the one, the makoti who needs to be those people at the funeral, you are at the gatherings and you are making sure everyone is full and the like, you are then assumed to be the
failing.
one failing. Oftentimes then they gather around to say, what was that? Where was she? How did she let things just to happen? But, we forget also to say, I'm just one person here.
Yes.
And even in the family, I'm not the only woman. My aunt is also a woman. The only difference is that I'm a makoti in this Mupambwa family. So it's being expected on me because of this makoti issue of being a daughter-in-law in the family. But I've got fellow women around me.
That can easily assist.
Me. So this is how we are raised now in our African context, that if you are a real woman, you need to do A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And
for you to be considered.
For you to be considered to be a proper wife and for you to get acceptance even in the family. To the extent that, there's always a joke when you're just getting married to say even dogs, you'll be respecting dogs. The way that you're saying, get away, you need that. But, I had to release myself from that guilty. I personally, I was raised a proper Zimbabwean woman. Growing up in Nembudzia Gokwe Patriotic Society, a rural area, I've gone through it all. Those issues that I talked about, how a girl child is raised, that's the manner that I was raised. So for me then to imagine, even when I started living alone, before even getting married, for me to realize that, okay, I'm still single, yes, and balancing my schoolwork and also at that time I was already working, balancing my schoolwork and also going to work, it's coming as a heavy duty altogether. I can actually subsidize for someone. Someone can come assist me and help me with even washing my clothes. I could not imagine that someone washing my own clothes. Then I'm going to be seen as if I'm very lazy.
Yes.
How can you do that? So I had to release myself from that guilty. And I delegate. I ask for help. Even in my home, I'm not even ashamed of it.
You reach out.
I reach out, to my young sisters that I've lived with, to my helpers. Meals are prepared. Washing is done. My question has always been, if a male CEO would never feel guilty for not personally cleaning his own house and cooking for himself, why should I feel bad about it?
And even attending a function at the in-laws because he's tied up at work.
He's tied up at work and they understand.
He just sends money. He just sends money.
You see, so these are the things that we would want as women to understand. So calling out for help, hiring help in the home is not a sign of failure as a wife. It is actually a strategic decision that you need to be able to do so that you free yourself to operate at those important strategic places that you are really needed as a person. There are things that I will never delegate.
And of course, where you're most productive.
Where I'm most productive, I have to be there. I will not delegate. But the other things, if someone washes my clothes and irons them out and the children's clothes and even cook a meal for us because I'm coming home late, I've released myself from such a good talent.
On that note, we need to take a break. When we come back, we'll be continuing with the practical steps that Dr. E has had to take over the years to make sure that there is that balance. We need to find it, and we'll be right back.
Say hello to a smarter, faster way to get instant answers with MoneyMart Finance. Meet Libby, your 24/7 virtual assistant, ready to help you every step of the way. Need financial guidance? Looking to apply for a loan? Libby has you covered instantly. No queues, no hold music, no branch visits, just a simple WhatsApp message anytime, anywhere. It's fast, secure, and incredibly convenient. Everything you need is right in your hands. Step in the future of finance today, save our number and send a hi and let Libby take you from there. MoneyMart Finance, empowering your dreams one conversation at a time.
MoneyMart Finance, creating wealth, changing lives through digital means.
Welcome back. The topic today is marriage, family, and the business. And we are still in conversation with Dr. Ethel Mupambwa. Dr. E, the practical steps. Let's carry on.
I was talking about that, telling that I've forgiven myself. But secondly, what I want to talk about, I involve my family in my vision.
Okay.
As a businesswoman. My husband and children understand what I do and why I do it.
Okay.
They know full. I think you remember there's one of the meetings that I came with my older daughter, Jojo,
Yes.
to a meeting because she was saying, Mama, when you say you're at work, what will you be exactly doing? So I invited her in one of the meetings and she slept in that meeting. And after the meeting, I was asking, but then you slept during the meeting. What is that? I said, that's a lot of work to be listening to people talking and you're not given a chance to talk.
Yes.
So I involve them. They need to understand what I am doing.
Yes.
Yes. So the moment that they understand what I'm doing, it means I have their buy-in. They know Mama is not just going out to give loans. I make my kids listen to the testimonies that are coming from MoneyMart Finance to say, this is the purpose Mama is doing this. Look at this one. This is the impact of the work, what Mama will be doing when she's saying she is at work. So the business is not my secret world. That then has to compete with my family. It's a world within the first world, which is the family world.
Okay.
That's the first world for me, because family comes first. So it is part of our shared family journey. We know the impact, even when they carry themselves, my children themselves, the way they carry themselves, they carry as those people who are making impact in their lives because they know the sacrifices that they are making in understanding that Mama is at work because of such an impact. You see? And thirdly, I want to talk about the issue of presence, because as a mother,
Yes.
I'm expected home to be present for the children and to be there. You know, I may not be home for the whole 8 hours every day or every evening.
Yes.
You know, I travel a lot. Sometimes, you know, for a week, 2 weeks, I'm away. It means I'm not with the children, especially during school days. During school holidays, I try to schedule my travels so that I'm able to travel with my family and we are together because it's school holiday.
Okay.
So, but now duty is calling, is during the school days. I need to be away for 2 weeks.
Yes.
What does that mean? You know, so I cannot be physically present to the family.
Yes.
But when I am at home talent, I'm fully present. I tell you, I'm the one who makes sure, you know, they do homework whilst I'm not yet at home. But I come back, I check, I ask questions. I check handwriting, everything. They ask me questions. I'm answering them, looking them in their eyes, giving them full attention without even a phone in my hands, without a laptop besides me to quickly get back to work.
Yes.
I put that everything away. Because to me, if a mother is with the kids for the next 4 hours, but she's not mentally there, she's mentally absent because she's on a phone, she's juggling everything. For me, that I've been with the kids for 2 hours, I'm better off. You know, especially for children.
Yes.
You know, children, they don't value the number of hours you have been with them. They value that time that they enjoyed the most with their mother when they were being given attention. When they said, Mama, and I said, yes, my dear, what is it? Yes. They ask questions. I look them in their eyes. I answer those questions. I sit down with them. I really, you know, try to have a timetable for them. You know, when they're following that timetable, they are with their mom because it's Mama. We did this with my mother.
Yes.
And I also try to protect sacred routines of my life.
Okay.
Yes. In our home, we've got certain things that are non-negotiable. One way or the other, as long as I'm in Zimbabwe, I need to plan my day that I'm home by 7:30 p.m.
Okay.
7 a.m. I need to be home against all costs. So this is how I need to be able to be at the dinner table with the kids at 7.
Okay.
During the school days, you know. During holidays, it can delay. Look, but we have made it a routine that 7 p.m. we are having dinner. After dinner, I'm looking at those homeworks, you know. Around 7:30, 7:45, we have our family prayer meeting where we take turns to lead and the like and the like.
Yes.
I personally take them to bed around 8:15, 8:30.
Okay.
It's Mama who tucks them in bed. So those sacred routines make me to be able to be present as a mother and even as a wife.
Yes.
And not really lastly, but for the sake of this episode,
Yes.
I would say the other thing, especially with my husband on the wife duties,
Yes.
you know, I communicate with Ken. Like, I don't think I communicate with anyone the more that I do with Ken. My calendar, you know, whenever I set my calendar, I make sure I take Ken, you know, in that calendar. I'm on this set. Ken is rightfully knowing what I'm doing right now. At this hour, I've already communicated. When I left home in the morning, so today my day is like A, B, C, D.
Yes.
I'm going to have a set in the afternoon, Entrepreneur's Corner, blah, blah, blah. So when a big business season is also coming, he's in the know that, you know, this season, month ends, you know, being a finance person, you know, my month ends, these are the schedules of my wife. I communicate before. So that whole cycle is really communicated. So when you communicate ahead of time, then your spouse becomes a partner in certain seasons rather than to be a casualty of it. So often he reminds me, is is this the suit that you are wearing? Are you not going to meet so and so? I saw the pop-up on my calendar.
Yes.
You have a meeting. And then I'm like,
How did you remember
yeah,
this?
thanks so much, babe. Because I've communicated, I've given out my calendar. So this helps, especially when you're a wife,
Yes.
when you're a mother, when you're a business person. You don't want to be the one who is just throwing bombs to the family. All of a sudden, guys, I can't be here. You know, the kids are planning a surprise, a birthday lunch, and you're telling them on the very morning that they've planned that you are not around. But the fact that I'm so open with my routines and my husband knows about it, even the kids, when they plan with Daddy can say, I think that will be a bad time. Mama will not be around those days.
Yes.
Why don't we try ABCD? So he's also helping me to balance out, to be with family,
Yes.
and to take care of business. But to business, I remember I'm an entrepreneur. I'm here, right? And I need to be fully present.
Yes.
So when the wife duties, when the mother duties are not aligning,
Yes.
then my full presence will not even be at work. It will even affect the flow of my CEO duties here at work. So we then have circumstances where in-laws demand of me.
Yes.
You know, the fact that I communicate with Ken, you know, there are certain instances that you cannot tell mother-in-law, you cannot tell auntie directly that, please, I can't.
I cannot make it.
I cannot make it. Who is my mouthpiece? It's
The
Ken.
husband.
Because this is his family. It's him telling you know what, my sister, I don't think we are. He then starts pluralizing it. It's in plural.
Yes.
To say we are not
able to
will
make
not be able to make it
because of work.
because of ABCD. Yet he's also covering up for me because I communicate fully to him. So these are the dynamics that we are talking about to say there can never be a full balance. It's that understanding that comes with who you are and making peace with the support system
That is around you.
that is around you and making sure you are also making sacrifices for them and they appreciate that, yeah, she's with us.
That's perfect. So in essence, we are talking about bringing your family into this and them becoming part of the vision.
Yes.
And understanding the fullness and the essence of what you're trying to achieve at the business. So how do you look after eventualities that just come through? I mean, you have these schedules going on, and all of a sudden you're wanted at the Reserve Bank tomorrow morning, but you had something planned with the family.
Yeah, those they do happen, but they don't happen
That often.
It's not an everyday thing.
Yes.
You see. So now it depends with the scenario, especially with the issues that need to be taken care of.
Okay.
So this is the reason why I was telling you I put a support system around me. There's an issue at Reserve Bank.
Yes.
I've got a family commitment, right? This is where if the issue at Reserve Bank, I assess it and I say, look, I can delegate one of the executives to go and represent. Then I delegate. That's a support system altogether.
Yes.
So you cannot be a businesswoman at that level of executive level as a woman without really making sure you've got a support system and you have got the power of delegation that you need to take advantage of. So I delegate.
Yes.
If it really needs me in flesh and blood, then I'm sitting down with family. Can we not delay a bit so that I go and attend and quickly come back? But there are certain eventualities that even the Reserve Bank itself would understand.
Yes.
I'm going to bury my father-in-law.
Yes.
I cannot be there. So I'm so open with them. Can we not reschedule this? This came at a very short notice.
Yes.
If it really needs me to be there personally, then can I make it some other time on such a date, A, B, C, D? This has happened to me. So you see this attitude of openness to the people around you and the stakeholders.
Yes.
It carries with you. It also speaks to you in your character of integrity. How much can you be trusted in what you are saying? Is it truthful or not? So if you have always been a true person,
Yes.
people will really understand what's going through you. You see,
Yes.
even in certain family functions, there are certain family functions that happened at my in-laws,
Yes.
but I could not attend. Ken would go with the kids, right?
Yes.
And I want to believe certain times they would understand truly Gogo, Makoti could not attend because of A, B, C, D, E.
Yes.
But that understanding doesn't come. It comes with also balance.
Yes.
When they call out for help, now that you have pictured yourself as a busy person, you're a war CEO, it just does not come freely.
Yes.
I suppose the check is also big enough to cater,
Of course.
to be a mouthpiece.
For them to be all my gunans.
You see, so such issues. So you need to really use wisdom.
Yes.
Now, when they need help, especially financially,
Yes.
because they've got this busy schedule, which is coming with a bit of a reasonable check.
Yes.
Chip in, be there.
Assistance.
Yes, give your hand financially.
Yes.
And make sure your presence is felt. Gogo is felt to come. Nevertheless, she's the one who made sure everything is set. And the function goes on.
Yes.
I'm not physically present, but my presence is felt.
Financially present.
Financially present.
On that thought, we need to take a short breather once more. But there you have it. The creation of systems, support systems that take up your place in your absence. And of course, transparency and communication with your partners. We'll be right back.
What if your home you've been dreaming about is closer than you think? You don't need thousands and thousands of US dollars for you to build your dream home. All you need is the right financial partner for you to get started. We at Management Finance, we have the micro housing loans designed for people just like you. Whether you are laying your first brick, adding a room, or finally finishing your dream home, Management Finance is here for you every step of the way. With flexible amounts, affordable repayment terms, and quick approvals. Your dream home is no longer just a dream. Build your future, build your legacy, build your home with Management Finance.
Money Mart Finance, creating wealth, changing lives through digital means.
Welcome back. My guest, as always, Dr. E, the founder and group CEO of Money Mart Finance. And today we are talking marriage, family, and the business. Now, before we took a break, Dr. E was talking about balancing things out between the motherly duties, the wifely duties, and of course the business that has to happen. Now, we need to speak about spousal support, Dr. E. Many women out there, female entrepreneurs, lack spousal support. And we need to know from you what advice you would give to a woman who is not supported by their husband. I'm assuming that woman is not you.
That woman is not me. But I want to believe as a woman that has worked with many women, because remember, as Management Finance, we support women-owned businesses so much. We are actually biased and deliberate about women-owned business.
Yes.
So I frequently, when I see, especially women in a distressed situation,
Yes.
Something is going wrong, usually I come in. I told you I'm a marriage counselor, right?
You did.
And sometimes during my counseling sessions, I hear these stories.
Yes.
I, for one, I want to be truthful. I've got the support. Ken has always believed in me. If there's anyone who pushed me to this far,
Yes.
it was Ken. I never believed in myself in this manner because I would think, there are a lot of things that I don't know by the fact that I grew up a rural girl. So I wouldn't understand what really goes around and comes around. But Ken gave me the support to say, come on, you can do this. You have the confidence, you have the intelligence. Why don't you go ahead and do it? Yes. So he's the one who was actually pushing me out, even to the success that I'm talking about. He has been, an exemplary husband to many out there, especially when you push women to their passions, when you let them be who they are.
Yes.
Amazing things can come out of women. But it's a painful reality I want to acknowledge, especially for so many women. And I want to handle this with both honesty and care.
Yes.
It's also a sensitive issue, even to me personally. There are times that I carry the burdens of my fellow sisters, and I feel it.
Yes.
I ask myself, if I was in a situation, what was I going to do? Where is the equation missing that part for it to be able to at least to get to that balancing effect? Because, when you are listening to women who are in this situation, they carry deep hurt inside them. It's not easy talent to be sitting with someone in the same home who is not believing in you at all. That's not an easy task, especially someone who is coming to discourage the vision, someone who is trying to bend down the vision that you are trying to represent. Someone who is supposed to be your closest ally, your number one supporter, saying, go, go, go. You know how we cheer kids when we go for them. And the moment you show up, especially for kids, they've got the whole confidence that because I want to show my mom, my dad that I can do this. It's the same, itch that we as women have in ourselves, especially when my own husband would be cheering me up.
Yes.
We carry the same itchiness. So these things, I want to speak to them, not really undermining women and even the husbands. Some come from backgrounds where, especially with men, some are coming from backgrounds where a woman in power is not the right woman for you. You need to be having that woman that you consider to be weak, that is
vulnerable.
Is vulnerable. It's just but one of your servants in the home or one of your tools in the home. And they simply don't understand that particular vision, you see. So I want to give maybe practical wisdoms like what you said, to say, how do they handle that? Because, the wound will be getting bigger and bigger all the time. So I would say the first thing that I want to talk about is understand the root of the lack of support. You're a woman sitting there.
Yes.
What is the root of the lack of support? Not all resistance is meant to be malicious.
Okay.
When that husband is doing what he's doing. And you need to sit down with your husband and have honest conversations. We are coming, like I said, from different backgrounds.
Yes.
Is he afraid that the business will take away you as a woman from his family? And he doesn't want that. Hans varume yokagutu. My brothers from the land that I originally come from, Gutu Masingove Jira.
Yes.
You see, to them, I understand they've been raised in a manner that a woman has to be that person who needs to be home on a daily basis. And they actually have a joke to say, everything that belongs to the kitchen come in white. The fridge is white.
Okay.
Yes, the wedding gown is white. The stove is white. You know, long ago we just had white fridge, white stoves.
everything.
So everything that belongs to the kitchen come in white. So because you're coming in white in your wedding gown,
That's where you belong.
you belong to the kitchen. So understand the issue, where it's coming from, right? And understand why he's undermining you like that. And try to explain, not to try to actively stand against it. Because the moment you try to actively stand against it, you might be widening that gap of no support, you know. Some are dealing with their own insecurities as men.
Yeah.
They've been raised with stepmothers. They've been told you are not man enough. And now they want to prove to this woman that they've brought into their home that I'm man enough. They cannot go back to that stepmom to show that I'm man enough.
Yes.
The only chance they have is to show this woman who has become a wife that I'm man enough.
Yes.
Some don't even just understand the vision as yet. They are not clear what you're trying to do there, you know. So the reasons really vary. And the other thing is, try to win him over.
Okay.
Especially with men. I think so often we try to plan our things, and the manner that we have been created, we talent, we have not been created from mud like Adam. It was a rib, one of the strongest parts of the body.
It was taken out.
That was taken out, and Eve was formed. So we don't break easily.
Yeah.
You see, so that thing of me not really breaking easily can be also really bringing certain fears to my husband.
And insecurities too.
And insecurities too. So try to win him over. You see, how do you win him over? You know, many women, when they face resistance, they become very combative. Then they want to show you, I can also be a man in my own right, which is very wrong. You know, don't throw it in his face. You know, some they even start comparing their husbands with other
men.
But so and so they
allows their wife to
do this. You are even making the battle become worse. I don't think men really loves it when they are being compared to fellow men. You are sending a message to him that you are not man enough, which then affects their ego. And when that ego is affected, they want to rise even more against you, to even then show you that I'm man enough. So win him over through wisdom. How do you do it? Share small wins with him. Show how the business is contributing in small ways. Take him out. He's your husband. He's your man at the end of the day. And also, I also want to say, demonstrate that the business will not steal the family time. Be present when you are needed, especially in their home, because they are described, you know, with you as a wife.
Yes.
You know, when I go to the Mupambwas, when people are looking for me, especially at a gathering, be it a funeral, be it a birthday, you know, they'll be looking for mkazi waken. Mambo na mkazi waken.
Yes.
Because remember, we are all Mupambwas there, and the Mrs. Mupambwas, the my Mupambwas, all of us, his brothers, we are all my Mupambwas.
Yes.
So I can only be looked for after Ken's name. Mkazi waken arikupi. Mkazi waken angari ab. So imagine him hearing someone being called Mukadzi wa Ken by his personal name.
His personal name, yes.
You see, so try to be present, especially to the things that make him take the pride with him, and show that the business is not trying to really take everything away from him. And this support issue also, I think as women, we don't also need to abandon their duties completely, in as much as we find a support system.
Yes.
So the goal is not really to choose business over marriage, over family, over my husband, over my children. I think the gift in that woman is calling your name, right? Yeah. And you as a woman, you know the gift is calling your name. Remember, You are this whole being who have been created by God.
Yes.
When he created he and she at the same time. So in life after this, I've got also an answerable session to my God. What did I do? So I need to be able to balance in as much as it's a delicate balance that I'm talking about here. So as a female entrepreneur, I want to be able to have mentors, to have fellow business women that I talk to, that I also ask and get help on how to find this balance. So there's need for that grace. There's also need for patience. You know, so often as women, we want things to happen so fast.
Yes.
I've understood one thing. We don't even know the day Jesus is coming back soon. How we are living, in as much as we know he's coming back soon, but there will always be that next hour before he comes. Women, let's not push our agendas in the home so that they happen. I want them to happen now, and it has to be now. If it's not now, then
It's not going to happen.
it's not going to happen. You know, be patient. The way men have been created, they are not created in that speedy things. Sometimes they need time to digest. They need time to think through it. Then they come back to you. So you don't want to be the one who is really nagging. Let's give them time. Be patient. And I've also picked that sometimes when we want things to happen hurriedly like that, this is when we then make a lot of mistakes.
Yes.
You know, when you give it time, when you are waiting on your husband and being patient on him, there are so many things that are being mended during that time that you might not even understand and comprehend. You only comprehend it after, you know, you have then gotten to that place. So the hard truth is that if my husband lacks support, you know,
Yes.
yeah, it's so hurtful. I don't, to the men listening to me, it hurts. It just brings this wound, you know. And it then gives me, you know, I want to have sabotage. I want to have financial abuse in the home. I want just to be proving to you that because you have made me refuse to do this. But also to my fellow women, I'm saying, let's have conversations together in the home. Let's, you know, there's always, in the African culture context, there are some issues when you have not managed to get through to your husband, depending with family setups. I'm talking in general here. For some, we've got different setups. Then it's a one-on-one with me, and we see the particular solution to your problem.
Yes.
But in our African culture, you know very well, there's that uncle of his that he really listens to. When uncle calls, you know, Ken will tell you, Sekuru wafona. I'm going to meet Sekuru. You know,
Yes.
try to have relationship with those people that are close to your husband.
That are influential.
That are influential to your husband, so that some of these things
Yes.
you are assisted to put them out. This is just, you know, trying to put wisdom into perspective.
Yes.
So there's a difference between a husband who needs time to understand and the one who is actively oppressing you.
Perfect.
Wisdom is knowing the difference. You know, there are then certain abuses that women then go through. Yes, he's refusing you to do anything and everything. At the same time, he's not bringing food for the kids. He's not paying the school fees. He just want to see you desperate in that situation and even not feeling for his own kids. It's a different matter altogether, which I think it needs counseling. Look for elders, look for people who can then help this man to be able to at least come to his senses and see the bigger aspect of it.
Perfect. Dr. E talking about communication, winning the husband over, and of course, reaching out, making the vision clear. And I think this is a very deep thought that I believe we need to continue. We'll let our viewers digest on this.
It's true talent. It's a deep subject. You know, so many issues are happening around marriages. And for your own information, me being a believer, the devil, that guy called Lucifer, is attacking families and homes, especially through these issues of financial well-being of the family in the home, and with women coming in to do businesses. And, you know, the attack is very strong. I've experienced it. I've seen it with my eyes. I've counseled a lot of cases that have come through me. And it's an issue the devil is fighting with everything that is in him. So it needs a sit down. There's a lot to talk about.
Of course, we'll get another opportunity to break it down in part B of this episode, where we are talking marriage, family, and business. When we come back in the next episode, we are going to be talking about achieving the status of an influential, strong business leader. And of course, achieving that level, and of course, remain submissive to your husbands. We'll be talking about handling finances in the family as a couple, and of course, advice to women out there that are holding back on their dreams because they fear to lose the marriage. That's it for now, and until next time, from myself and Dr. E, my name is Talent Kasu, signing out.